We've reached June 1st, which means we could start getting some post-June 1 moves, including the New York Jets beefing up the interior with a potential trade with the Chicago Bears for Garrett Bradbury. I explain why. Boy Green Daily starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time! To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Daily, Boy Daily.
You're talking just football, man.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Daily, Boy Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. I'm back. Nice little New Hampshire trip that was spectacular, and now we're back and better than ever here in New York. It's June. We've got our Boy Green Weight Loss Challenge. We'll talk about that. We've got a raffle winner to select. We'll do that later. We'll reveal a brand new raffle prize, which I think you guys are going to be over the moon for, and so much more. So this is spectacular. Can't wait. This is going to be amazing. Good morning to all the Coffee Club and Espresso Club members that are joining us now. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at BoyGreen25 across those platforms. Appreciate it. Also available on the rewatch on YouTube. It's on demand immediately after the show is over if you prefer. And of course, the audio-only network, Believe Network, BLEAV, available wherever you get your podcasts. That could be Spotify, Amazon, Apple, perhaps. Wherever you choose to listen, we appreciate it out there in the audience. So here's my stance. It's June 1st today, and I'm going to explain all the rules of why more moves could happen now that couldn't have happened before. We'll explain all that. But I want to start it off with the specific player that I have in mind with those rules, which we'll explain in a second. To me, I believe there is a weakness on the New York Jets roster. You don't see it on the surface, but it's there. To me, that's the center position. Well, maybe it is there for some of you. Maybe some of you are not fans of Josh Myers, so it's quite literally on the surface. But for others, you may not see it. Josh Myers is a fine center. He's fine. I think we could do a lot better, but he's fine. But if he gets hurt, I don't like the other options on the Jets roster. I don't. That concerns me greatly. So I think we should try to plug it up. And post-June 1 allows some opportunities. A lot of the teams are going to start getting some more cap space from some moves. We'll talk about some of those as examples. Some people can throw some other maneuvers. I think the Jets can do a lot better at center, and I think it's a concern. And Rich Cimini does too. Let's play a clip. This is from the Jets Collective podcast. Jake Asman, Brandon Tierney, BT Unleashed, the Jake Asman Show, of course, and Rich Cimini of ESPN. He agrees that the interior offensive line is a concern for the New York Jets. Let's play the clip.
I think the depth at tackle is okay. They have Mitchell as a backup. Max Mitchell's back on a one-year deal. They have Chooks, Okorafor. He didn't even play last year, the veteran right tackle, but he's back. I think the depth is a concern on the interior. That's, they got Xavier Newman, who is back, and, he was playing guard with Tippmann out yesterday. And, he's been around. He's played a little bit for sure, but he can play center as well. And, I guess if Myers got hurt at center, they probably just moved Tippmann back to center. And they drafted Inez Cooper out of Miami, the rookie. He'll be their right guard. But I feel a little more comfortable if they had another swing guy, center/guard who had some experience.
I think that is spot on. And I do wonder, by the way, Parham's played center too, I think, Rich. So maybe he's an option.
He did early in his career. Right now he's their left guard, but he did play. And they picked up at tackle. They signed the guy from rookie camp, the former Saint, Landon Young, who's on the roster. So he's played a little bit in the league.
So, there is a variety of options on the roster, none of which I love, to be candid. Because here's the thing. Let's just talk about this, and then we'll get into why I believe the Jets should go after a Garrett Bradbury in this specific case. Maybe there's another name out there. But here's the thing that sort of gets me here. If Josh Myers gets hurt, Rich Cimini assumes that Joe Tippmann, our right guard, will bounce to center. And Joe Tippmann, of course, has played center before in his career in college, so he has a ton of experience. And that's fine. Joe Tippmann's fine. Some people are concerned about the yipping of snaps, but whatever. That's whatever. But I don't know if I want Joe Tippmann. If Josh Myers gets hurt, I don't know if I want Joe Tippmann to go from right guard to center. I'm not sure I do. Not sure. Not sure I feel that way. And I'm not sure Joe Tippmann wants to go from right guard to center. There's a lot of factors, a lot of variables here. Joe Tippmann is in a contract year. Next offseason, he will be a free agent. Does Joe Tippmann want to go from guard, center, keep herky-jerky bouncing back and forth? And then you just complicate the negotiations. The Jets will be like, well, you're this position as opposed to this position. Why does that matter? Centers make a lot less money than guards. Well, don't tell Tyler Linderbaum that, apparently. But for the most part, outside of those kind of exceptions, centers make a lot less money than guards. If Joe Tippmann plays another big season at center, the Jets are going to be like, yeah, we'll pay you at center. And his agent and Joe Tippmann will be like, nah, we're a guard, man. And then that's where waters get choppy. So Joe Tippmann's a team guy. I'm sure he'll do whatever the team asks. But I think we should just keep a player at a position and just rock with it. AVT could play all these positions. He always got hurt. George Fant could play all these positions. All these players over the course of Jets history have played all these positions. To me, I want to play one position. Joe Tippmann, be the best guard you can be. Be the best whatever you can be. I want one position, stick to it. What the Jets should really do, and what I'm advocating for on this very show, is add competition to center. And if Josh Myers wins the job, so be it. But add competition to center. Let Josh Myers and that guy, Garrett Bradbury is what I'm suggesting. We'll get more into Garrett here in just a second. And then the winner is the winner. Great. And then the loser, okay, you're one injury away from getting called in, buddy. And we almost had that last season. Because across the five, we had Olu Muiwa, left tackle. John Simpson, left guard. This is what it was before the injury, okay? We had Olu Muiwa, left tackle. We had John Simpson, left guard. Joe Tippmann had won the center battle. He was going to start at center. And Elijah Vera-Tucker was going to be a right guard. And Armand Membu was going to be a right tackle. That was going to be the five. And Josh Myers was going to be the sixth man off the bench. I loved the depth. I was like, oh, man, that's great. Phenomenal. Terrific. Spectacular. That's great. Then, well, another injury for AVT, and the Jets called an audible at the line of scrimmage, played a lot of musical chairs, Joe Tippmann to guard, Josh Myers into the starting lineup, and you mix and mashed it all up. Josh Myers was supposed to be a backup, but he became a starter. And again, he started 17 games. That's great. You know, health, I don't want to overlook health, but we need more than just a warm body out there. We need to strive for greatness. When the Jets have been great, they've had great centers. Nick Mangold, God rest his soul. Kevin Mawai. Fair to say, Josh Myers is not in that category, right? So I want to be better. I want to be better. I think we can be better, which takes us to Garrett Bradbury. I have an article that's going to drop in a few minutes here on heavy.com, but I'll give you some of the particulars. Garrett Bradbury is 30 years of age. He will be 31 before the start of the 2026 season. He's a former NC State product who is the 18th overall pick in the first round of the 2019 NFL draft. Spent his first 6 years with the Minnesota Vikings. He played last season for the Patriots, who went all the way to the Super Bowl. And this offseason, he was traded from the Patriots to the Chicago Bears for a fifth-round pick. Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a second. Garrett Bradbury just got to the Bears. Why would they trade him? Well, I'll explain that here in a moment. By the way, real quick, Garrett Bradbury is on a one-year deal through the rest of this season for $4.7 million. He's got $3.7 million of that $4.7 million in total guarantees. Widely experienced. He's been in the league for 7 years. He started 105 games. Over the last 2 years, he's appeared in 34 to 34 possible games, and he started at least 12 games every year of his career. So super durable guy. Love that. But here's the reason why the Bears could hit the eject button. You know, yesterday's news is not today's news, right? So Drew Dahlman, who is a Pro Bowl, 27-year-old Pro Bowl center for the Chicago Bears, he retired in March. And the Bears were like, oh, crap, now what do we do? So they sort of did a panic move, And they called up the New England Patriots, said, hey, we'll trade for the Garrett Bradbury guy, so at least we have somebody before free agency. We didn't plan on adding a center, but Drew Dahlman retires. Geez, what are we going to do? They trade a 5th rounder in 2027 to the Patriots for Garrett Bradbury, just so they have somebody. Smart move by the Bears, I'd say, to make sure you're covered. But then during the draft, the Chicago Bears selected one of the favorites of this coffee club, Iowa's Logan Jones, in the 2nd round. I thought Logan was going to go like in the 4th round, so he went way higher than I would have thought. I've heard a lot of NFL teams say that through insiders, that the center run happened a lot earlier than they would have thought. Go figure. So they draft Logan Jones in the 2nd round. 2nd round picks normally aren't backups. They're normally starters. So if Logan Jones is as good as we all think he is, and he gets to the starting lineup, then what's going to happen with Garrett Bradbury, where all of a sudden he's available, which to me is an opportunity for the New York Jets to take advantage of. That's where I'm at. Yes, and more love. Thank you, NC Green, for to bring out the full flex. Kevin Wine, Nick Mangold are my lifetime, but yes, there's obviously many more. Joe Fields, John Schmidt, and more. So, yes. Yo Home says BG more upset at Tippmann playing center. Tippmann is. No, I'm not. I like Tippmann at center. He's fine. If he would have been a center this entire time, I'd be having the same conversation of keeping him at center. I just want to keep him at one position. I want to keep him at one position. And I think we should all want to keep him at one position. And quite frankly, I think Tippmann wants to stay at one position, and probably the one that pays him more, I'd imagine, which is the one he's currently at, which is right guard. That pays him a lot more money. Look up the top 10 highest paid guards versus centers in the league. Outside of Linderbaum, who's now making like $27 million per year, the highest paid center before Linderbaum this offseason was $18 million per year. Guard money gets significantly higher. So we're talking about a huge change in the market. So, yes, I think so. NC Green says, do you think the Bears will trade a veteran, rely on a rookie? I don't think so. According to Sportsnot, give a shout out there, they revealed the top players that could be traded post June 1, which, again, I'll explain those rules in a second. The number one player on that list was Garrett Bradbury. So I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. This is a name that's been rumored to potentially be moved. And I've heard it in some of the Chicago media world. There locally, they've been talking about it. So there's some buzz about potentially him being on the move, which, again, I haven't heard the Jets directly linked to it until I'm talking about it right now. And I'm just suggesting it. I'm urging it. I'm pushing it. I'm whatever word you want to use. So I'm just trying to put some out there in the universe. Austrian Jets fan gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's friggin' go, baby. Rolling thicker because our contest for the month of May is over. But Austrian, you have a raffle ticket for June, and I think you're going to like the items in that one. It is a very special treat coming up for June. So we'll be revealing the winner coming up in a little bit. So all the raffle tickets that you guys donate today will go towards our next raffle, the June raffle. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're going to have some wonderful prizes coming up in a little bit, so I appreciate that, number one Austrian Jets fan. Beautiful, and that is towards our next contest, which, again, I will announce immediately today in a little bit. Jameel Haywood, you are now a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Salute to our number one Austrian Jet fan who has one raffle ticket to our contest. Shout out to you, number one Austrian Jet fan. All right, let's explain the rules real quick. What is this June 1? Why now? What is all of this? Let me explain. Grow this up. It's from NFL Live. And for the audio-only listeners, I'll explain it. So once we get past June 1, a lot of flexibility exists in the National Football League. Once we get past June 1, it allows dead money to be spread over 2 seasons. Teams can designate 2 earlier cuts as post-June 1, which there's a whole list of players I'll get into in a second across the league that were designated as post-June 1. We've done that before with Aaron Rodgers and C.J. Mosley. It allows us to split that money. So for a cut situation, every NFL team has a maximum of 2 of these to use. They could use 2 every offseason for all of time until a new CBA, I suppose. It allows you to spread the dead money over 2 seasons, which makes it more palatable, but eventually you have to pay the piper. Okay? So in a cut situation, you can designate 2 players. You don't have to, but you can. In a trade situation, you have to wait till after June. That's why A.J. Brown has been traded yet. You have to wait till after June 1 to trade him. Then the money can be split over 2 years. There's no trade designation that exists. And that obviously says that they're on the next note there. Cuts may be applied anytime, but teams won't receive cap relief until June 2nd. So that's the other part of it. So when you do a post-June 1 designation, you don't get all the money immediately. Even in a post-June 1 designation situation, you don't get that relief until what's about to be coming up now. Today's June 1st, so tomorrow, June 2nd. Trades cannot become official until June 2nd in order to spread the cap hit, which is what I just explained. So here we go. So we are at a new level here of the offseason. We're at a new level here of the offseason. And those are the rules of post-June 1 and how it all works. And for all these teams, I'm about to give you examples. There's been a bunch of teams in this NFL offseason that have used post-June 1 designations, and they're about to get a massive amount of cap relief that will benefit them to make some more moves. By the way, we have 300 people in the room. Thank you to the 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. We have over 100 people of the 300 that are in this room. Make sure you guys like the video. That is free to do here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to subscribe as we try to climb closer and closer to 10,000 friggin' subscribers, baby. Absolutely magical. It's been really cool to see how all of this has sort of come together. So I appreciate all the fans in the audience that have shown love and everything else. That is quite meaningful. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's do this here as we're talking it. Let me give you some of the players that have been post-June 1 designations for this offseason. Here's the list of players. And the caps, and I'll explain the cap savings that some of these teams are about to get. Kyler Murray was a post-June 1 designation. He was released with 3 years and $125 million remaining on his contract. That included $36.8 million fully guaranteed. The 2026 dead cap hit is $46.5 million. The 2027 dead cap hit is $3.9 million. The Cardinals are set to get $5.7 million in savings and then $39.5 million in savings in 2027. So again, it's spreading the money. The 2026 cash owed by Arizona will be reduced by a maximum of $1.3 million, which is Minnesota's contract because there's offset language, and that will happen here as well. Kirk Cousins got it. The post-June 1 designation from the Falcons, which gets spread. David Njoku, which is a weird one because he just became a free agent, but he had void years. So a unique situation there where his is post-June 1. Wyatt Teller, the guard for the Cleveland Browns, post-June 1. Dre Greenlaw of the Denver Broncos, post-June 1. Nate Hobbs of the Green Bay Packers, post-June 1. Brendan McManus of the Green Bay Packers, the kicker, post-June 1. Tua Tagovailoa, Miami, post-June 1. Bradley Chubb, pass rusher, Miami, post-June 1. Harrison Smith, Minnesota, post-June 1. Jonathan Allen, Minnesota, post-June 1. Those are all the players that are post-June 1 designations, and thus the money spreads as they are. That's all the details. That's how it happens. That is how it all works, baby. That is it. The Meadowlands Swamp thing. So post-June 1 really refers to post-next June 1. So the cap is split across this year and next year. I guess if you want to put it in that form or fashion. But it's post-June 1 this year that allows it to happen. So yes, you eat some of it now, some of it later. It is this year and next year. That's how it works. Good question, Meadowlands Swamp thing. So yeah, it is 2026 and 2027. So it's split over the next 2 years. But you can only do that. You can either, in a cut situation, you can do it 2 times before June 1. You just designate them as post-June 1 cuts. Once we get past June 1, you can do it as much as you want. You can just start cutting people left and right if there was a long list. And then at that point, you can save cap. But the problem is, right, a lot of teams are about to get a bunch of cap space right now. Well, what the hell are you going to do with it? We're in June. It's not like there's normally a bevy of free agents available. Now, in this particular case, there are a interesting crop of, there's Stephon Diggs. Let me make this clear. I don't want these players, but I'm just saying there are, some big name players out there on the market. Now, some of them I think are bigger name than what they actually are, like with all due respect, but, they're still big names. So maybe that's where we're going to start seeing some of these moves that, quite frankly, we hadn't seen previously because teams were waiting for this moment in time to make it happen. So that's something else we could see potentially. But, we'll see ultimately what happens there with that to see if ultimately more moves are made. But I would assume now that cap relief has hit, this is now where rubber meets road. It's been sort of the eye of the storm, to put it in such a way. But now we're getting past. We're getting back, because a hurricane. Not that I'm some meteorologist. I did take meteorology in high school, but the outside of the hurricane is intense. You get to the eye; it's this eerie quiet, and then if you keep walking through it, then you get to the other side, and then you get the winds whipping again. That's what's going to be happening here as it terms of this offseason. So yeah, just to reiterate it before we move on with anything else, if I'm the Jets, I'm making a move. Now, Garrett Bradbury is interesting. The Bears traded a 5th-round pick. I imagine they want a 5th-round pick back. When I give up a 5th-round pick for a guy who's competing with Josh Myers at center, that's a little bit rich. I doubt they cut him because, if I'm the Bears, I at least want – I'm not rushing to just move him because, worst case, I have depth and I have Logan Jones and this veteran, Garrett Bradbury, who's started a bunch of games. But I would be intrigued to potentially move him, to flip him, and then I get a mulligan. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if he's going to cause a stir or whatever. I'm not in Bears camp, but possible. We'll keep an eye on it, that situation. All right, folks, a lot of great thoughts out there. I'm hearing some people are worried about the Joe Tippmann snaps. Yeah, Cam Jordan is another big name. Meadowland Swamp Thing, that's a good point. There's him out there. There's Stephon Diggs. There's Deebo Samuel. Some moves that could be made in terms of some of these other players. You have Brandon Ayuk. Alvin Kamara has been mentioned as a potential post-June 1 guy. A.J. Brown. Not all these guys are jet targets. I'm just saying names. A.J. Brown, Alvin Kamara. Josh Sweat is another one. Kayvon Thibodeau, does he get moved from the Giants? Anthony Richardson, does he get moved from the Colts? So there's sort of a big bevy list. To me, I'm more intrigued at center. I'm trying to think of if there was a linebacker, but I don't think there is one that's out there. But the two problem areas, I would say, and again, it's not a big deal. Like every team has needs. No team is perfect, but center competition, linebacker depth / competition. Off the top of my head, those are the two biggies that I would, if it happened, it'd be nice, is sort of my stance, which would be great. All right, let's do a couple of different things here, folks. This is exciting. It's the end of a raffle. If you're just joining us, you're new to the channel, this is your first ever experience watching Boy Green Daily or listening to Boy Green Daily. Let me explain how all this works, people. Let me explain how all this works. Every month I do a raffle here on the channel. Trying to make it as affordable as possible so you guys have opportunities to win cool-ass prizes. And to get a raffle ticket, it's $3. To donate or get involved is YouTube. YouTube is the way to do it. If you're watching on YouTube, in the comment section, a few slots over, there's a money emoji. You click that. You could super sticker. You could super chat. You could gift channel memberships. There's a join button on YouTube where you can join the Boy Green Coffee Club or join the Boy Green Espresso Club. Those are our YouTube membership groups where you can become a member of the community, get raffle tickets, and celebrate with thy neighbor, which is pretty cool. We also have PayPal or Venmo available at BoyGreen25, BoyGreen25. If you guys want to send it that way, that also works. Just let me know either your nickname or full name and say, hey, raffle tickets for me. I'm Johnny Boy, or I'm Freddie, or I'm whoever. Make sure you put that note in PayPal or Venmo or Zelle. That's my email, Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. Paul, the letter ESDN, JR at gmail.com. Here are our prizes for this past month that we're about to give away right now here on the show. A Garrett Wilson Funko Pop, a New York Jets polo, and a New York Jets sideline hat. These 3 items are about to be given away. All your raffle tickets have been stuffed in the ballot box since from May 1st through May 31st. And now we're going to pick a winner, baby, with our Wheel of Name Picker, which I'm really excited about. We loaded it up. So good luck to all of you out there in the audience. Let's bring it here on the show live. Let's share screen. All right, let me do this. I'm sometimes a monkey operating a spotlight over here. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, here is the Wheel of Names. It's been spinning methodically Number one Austrian Jet fan has a large slice of the pie, but as you can see with the rest of the pie, there's a bunch of you out there. It's up to the universe to determine who wins this. And whoever this lands on, again, whether you have one raffle ticket, you have a chance, or you have 100 raffle tickets. Obviously, the more raffle tickets you have, the better your odds are, of course. But everyone has a shot. Everyone has a chance. So whoever it lands on, congratulations to that person, and you'll hear my congratulations here in a second. And then I will just need you to reach out to me on some form of social media, BoyGreen25, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or email me and get your shipping information, and I'll fire these puppies off to you. By the way, before we start, shout out to Mac here. He says 100 days to the start of the NFL and 104 days until Jets versus Titans. Nice. Okay. Can't wait. That's going to be great. Yeah, people were asking for dramatic music. All right, let me see what music I have here to do this. Let's see. A weird trivia music. I guess that'll work. All right, here we go. Without further ado, let's spin the wheel, and good luck to whoever this goes to. Let's go! It's spinning, it's spinning. Okay. Ooh, is it going to go to... Oh, wow, it goes to... There you go. That's why you play the game. Cut off the music. Cut off the music. NC Green, you are our winner of this contest. Congratulations, good sir. The wheel of name has randomly landed upon you. And NC Green will be going to our tailgate again this year. He went last year. So congratulations, NC Green. I know I have your email and everything else. Please reach out and let's go, baby. Congratulations, NC Green. That's amazing. I believe that this is NC Green's first time ever winning one of these prizes. So congratulations. That is amazing. NC Green is good people. Nearly landed on Indy Jets. It was a coin toss there. Was it going to be NC Green or Indy? One of those guys was about to win. So congrats, NC Green. Please reach out whenever you get a chance for our prizes. Again, these are the prizes you have won: a Garrett Wilson Funko Pop, a New York Jets polo, and a New York Jets sideline hat. So congratulations to NC Green, baby. Yes, virgin, cherry popped. Congratulations, NC Green. Love it. You've been a wonderful contributor to this for some time, so I appreciate that. Thank you, NC Green. Again, make sure you reach out, and I'll send you all your prizes. Make sure you give me all your shipping information, name, all that jazz for the mailbox, and we'll punch all that in. Congratulations. One more time, let's give it up for NC Green. Now, as one contest ends, another begins. That's how it works, baby. So I appreciate that. And NC Green, this is beautiful. This is marvelous. This is wonderful. And I'm glad you were in the chat to see it. We have a new prize. And this is going to be pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. I just put this together last night. I came back from the long road trip. I just put this together. This is a fabulous prize pack. An exclusive prize pack. I don't know how many others are going to have this package of prizes. So without further ado, if I had some drum roll or something, for more dramatic music, I don't. Actually, let me see this. Do we have a drum roll? Drum roll bongos. I'm not sure if this is going to have the same effect, but nonetheless. All right, that works. All right, here's our prizes for this month's raffle. Here it is. Let's throw it up on the screen. Booyah! Here are the 3 prizes for the raffle. First off, a pair of tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club event coming on Saturday, July 11th. Let's throw up those details here, then we'll get to the rest of the prizes. Saturday, July 11th, the HQ2 Beach Club, Atlantic City, the Ocean Casino Resort. These 2 tickets are to the event. This includes no hotel stay or anything of that nature. You have to figure that out on your own or just come up for the day. But we're giving you 2 tickets, you and a friend, to the Gang Green Beach Club. This is our raffle event coming up for the entire month of June, so you guys can light up your raffle tickets throughout the entire month of June. We'll announce that winner on July 1st, and then you can then come to the event on Saturday, July 11th, Atlantic City, HQ2 Beach Club, ganggreenbeachclub.com has all your details at the Ocean Casino Resort with some of your favorite Jets content creators, and the Jets Beat will be there. So feel free to check it out. So First off, we're giving 2 tickets. You and a friend, whoever wins this next month's raffle, will go to the Gang Green Beach Club event. And then I have 2 super badass exclusive items. So I took these pictures, so I hope you appreciate them. On the far left, and I'll explain it to our audio-only listeners. So 13 in the first round of the 2026 NFL draft that I was blessed to go to with Lou B. There was 13 people in the group. 2 of them were Jets employees, so they didn't get prizes for themselves, I imagine. So there's only 11 of these that I'm aware of. 11 people got this prize, and that is on the far left. It is a beautiful New York Jets 2026 NFL draft canvas. It's a beautiful canvas. On one of these shows, I'll show it on the screen, but we have the picture there. It's a very nice size canvas, and it's a beautiful prize live from Pittsburgh. I was at the draft, and I got this beautiful gift. It looks amazing. We would have gotten David Bailey to sign it, but they had rules against that. We got to meet David Bailey very shortly for the great picture that I have as a canvas itself behind me, which is awesome. We all were like, oh, man, we could get David Bailey to autograph this, which would have been cool, but they restricted it. No David Bailey autographs were allowed. He had to autograph stuff in the back to raise money for charity, at least, so I guess that's cool. But it would have had a David Bailey autograph. That would have been badass. Unfortunately not. But still, pretty cool. It came from Pittsburgh. It was a gift that all the participants received who were there in the pit for the first round of the NFL draft. So 11 of these. I assume everyone got one. Or maybe there's only one. I don't know. But I know I got one, and it's super cool, and I wanted to keep it, but I'm like, you know what? I should give some of this out to the audience because I thought the event and experience was super cool. I want to share it with all of you out there. So we have this beautiful New York Jets 2026 NFL draft canvas here. We also have a rally towel from the draft that we were waving above our heads, rooting for David Bailey and Kenyon Sadiq and Omar Cooper Jr. That's on the far right of your screen. The pick is in. It has the official 2026 NFL draft logo. It says in all caps, the pick is in. It's a rally towel that I was shaking, baby, in Pittsburgh. So we have a rally towel from the draft. We have a beautiful canvas with the New York Jets logo and New York Jets written on the canvas and a NFL football that has the NFL draft logo on it. So we have that exclusive item, the rally towel, and 2 tickets to Gang Green Beach Club. One of the cool things I've been able to sort of throw together here, which is amazing. Good luck to anyone who wins this prize pack. Again, I personally wanted to keep it all because I think it's cool, but I want to share some of that experience with you guys out in the audience. So that is our full prize pack for the month of June. To be eligible, all you have to do is spend $3 on the YouTube channel at any point this month, and that will get you a raffle ticket for the contest. Obviously, the more raffle tickets you buy, the better your odds are. But good luck to all of you out there. If you don't live in the area and you can't go to the Gang Green Beach Club for that event and you win the prize, I can work with you separately to give those away, or you could do whatever you'd like with those tickets. If you want to give them to a friend, you have a friend in mind that you win this raffle prize on July 1st, a month from today, and you want to share that out to the audience, feel free. We'll work on that with you to figure out how you want to give that away, or it's yours to do whatever you'd like with. So 2 tickets to Gang Green Beach Club, which is our Saturday, July 11th event, which is going to be amazing, and then 2 exclusive items from Pittsburgh for the draft. I am so fired up for that raffle prize, and I hope you guys enjoy that out in the audience. That is friggin' cool to me. I think that's one of the coolest giveaways we've ever done. So unbelievable. So terrific. Again, congratulations to NC Green for that as well. Thank you. Yo, home saying exclusive fabulous prize pack. Yes, it is, baby. Yes, sir. Oh, it's special. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. T-Town Jets gifting a membership. He wants to get involved here. I don't blame him. It's a great idea. Hit it, people in the back. We'll update the banner in due time, but I will keep track of it behind the scenes. So Austrian has a raffle ticket. T-Town Jet now has a raffle ticket. There's more raffle tickets to be had out there in the audience. Excuse me. Let me collect all these, and I'll read all the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. NC Green, our winner, paying it forward. He just gifted a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. He is in the running for our new contest. Let's go, NC Green. Every time we get 5 memberships or more gifted, well, we have no other choice, baby. We have to play a short video package, and let's do this. Here we go, guys! Oh, yeah, baby. From that draft. We're just speaking about the draft. Yeah, baby. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right, let's read these new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you guys out there in the audience. Hell yeah. T-Town Jet, your membership went to Dan Hops. Shout out to Dan Hops, now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. NC Green, your 5 memberships went to Blake Carson, JJ So, 616, Readers, Dion ______080 and Ernesto Rivera, excuse me. You're all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you out there in the audience. Great. I'm glad you guys are revving your engine with this prize pack. Let's get a super chat here on the show. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my beautiful daughter, Zariah Luna. Wow. Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, is getting involved. By the way, Derek, let me put this on our tote board. Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, you now have a raffle ticket, and you're $1 away from another raffle ticket at some point later in the month of June here. Good morning to all my fellow Jets fans. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Shout out to BG. Always a joy to hear you. JETS. Jets, Jets, Jets. You know I love you, Derek. Yes, sir. I love doing the show. I say it all the time. It never gets old to me. This is a marvelous honor. It's a humbling honor. I love that I get to do this. I love that I have the community that we do. So thank you for saying that, Derek. I appreciate you. And I hope everyone does have a wonderful day. We're here in the month of June. We're getting closer to we're going to have more OTAs this week to talk about for the Jets. Got mandatory minicamp. That is the 16th through the 18th, I believe. So that's 2.5 weeks away or so. And then we have the big gap, the big hole in the schedule as we wait for training camp. But, hey, the Gang Green Beach Club event will fill in some of that. Boy Green Daily every day, no matter what, will fill in some of that, I'm sure. I'm trying to think of if I have any other trips planned. I think the next one is the Gang Green Beach Club. So I shouldn't be on any crazy trips or anything. I don't believe. I think Gang Green Beach Club is the next one. So beautiful. So some time at home. You miss time at home. Is the fact of the matter. When you're away from home so much, you just, it's good to be back home, back in your own bed, back in your own routine. It's very nice. It's very nice. I enjoyed the family time. That was great. Grandparents got to see grandkids. That was beautiful. That was terrific. But it's nice. It's nice to be back home. But appreciate that, Derek. I'm so fired up for the season, baby. And I hope all of you are out there in the audience. We now have 400 people in the room. Beautiful. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. To have 400 people in the room at 8:08 in the morning on June 1st is just a great credit to the beautiful and wonderful and amazing Jet fans out in our audience. Horns up, baby. Horns up. Thank you, Derek, for the super chat. Appreciate you, bud. Thank you. There you go. My Garrett Bradbury piece just posted up on Heavy, so feel free to read that column. Let's go. David Neve says, good to see you back to Oswego. Love Oswego. Shout out. I came here in 2008 and I haven't left. It was almost 20 years ago. That makes me feel old. But, yeah, baby. There you go. Derek says, training camp July 28th. Great. I missed the date. I missed the dates being revealed. That's amazing. So July 28th, the countdown is on. I'm sure players reporting is probably a few days before that. So that's probably the first practice, I imagine. Let's go. Well, let's do this, folks. Come on now. Let's get right to the phone lines. I'm sure you guys have plenty to say. You can tell me whether you agree or disagree. Think my Garrett Bradbury take is stupid or smart or intelligent or none of the above. You have something else to share. We're about to play a HEP timeout. We'll welcome your phone calls next on the show. If you want to call in, that's youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. We'll be back after this.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Let's go, everybody. I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. I'm your humble host, Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I don't know how many times I say that a show, but it feels like a lot. Nonetheless, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you guys like the video here on YouTube. That is the free way to contribute, or hit subscribe. Also free. I appreciate the people that monetarily support the show. That's how I'm able to put food on the table for my family. And speaking of food on the table, I want to have less of it because I eat it all. So now is the official start of, well, before I talk any more about it, let's bring in a key component of that on the phone lines. The one and only Hep kicks us off here in the month of June. What's up, Hep? Good morning.
I'm afraid are you going to start to hate me now because of the.
No, it's probably what's that? I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I guess that's a weird comparison to make with like a drug addict or something, right? But like when you're trying to bring someone to rehab, right? Like at first, like, okay, cool, I'm cool, I'm cool. Go, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So I don't want to compare something so serious to this. But to me, I think this is good. I think it's good. There's moments, right? I'm spending time with the family and they're making food, and then like they're like, "Hey, do you want seconds?" I'm like, "Oh."
I
The
do.
thirds, and I'm like, ugh. Well, and I just kept telling myself, I start my weight loss thing next week. Hit me,
Yeah.
seconds, thirds. So here
Go
it
ahead.
is. Here it is, Hep. Here's the weight. I don't know if I'm going to do this every day or once a week. I guess
No,
I'll
once a
sort of
week.
see.
Yeah,
Once a
once a
week.
week.
Okay, once a
Yeah.
week. Here you go. So you've got it, Hep. So here's my official weight to start this off and my goal. And again, anyone out in the audience, if you want to lose weight, if you missed this entire thing, I, Boy Green, want to lose as much weight as possible, healthily, I guess, that lose enough weight as possible. And I'll reveal my goal and everything here on the show, how much I weigh right now in this moment. I just weighed myself right before the show started. Got
Me
a scale
too.
over there. And I will give out this weight. And if any of you in the audience resonate with it, you want to share your weight, feel free. If you don't, I'm not forcing you to do anything. I want us all to get healthier. I think it's better for us all as people. Some of us has kids out there. Some of us has grandkids out there. You want to be around as long as possible for them. And just to
Yeah.
be healthier is good for extending your own life, which is just good. So I weighed myself earlier today, and I will continue to weigh myself apparently once a week. That's probably a good way to do it. This morning I weighed 212.8 pounds. So this is something I don't think I've said anywhere. I have not seen under 200 pounds since my knee surgery. I was I was well under 200 pounds pre knee surgery, and now I've ballooned, and I just never did
Yeah.
anything about it. But now the buck stops here. I'm doing something about it now. So my weight this morning was 212.8 pounds. My first goal is to get under 200 pounds. I want to step on that
Yeah.
scale. I want to see 199. And once I get there, I think I'm going to be a hungry beast. I want 190. I want 185. I
Yeah.
want 180. And once you see that, that's going to be a huge celebration point. But I can't celebrate, go to eat cake, or I'm soon going to be back over 200. So I'm going to have to find a
Yeah.
unique way to celebrate whatever that is. And my goal, because I have this watch thing and everything else, I think I'm going to try to do 10,000 steps a day. Just figure it out. And just put a number out there and just commit to it. Like I get it at the end of the night. I'm like, I got this thing. No, if things are important enough in your life, you're going to figure it out. You're going to be like, damn it, I got to go do it. So go take a walk or go take the trash out. Do whatever. Move. Constant movement. So that's it. That's a weight. That's my goal. And that's my goal every day. I want to get 10,000 steps in. We'll see if this watch thing keeps track of all that jazz. And hopefully with better eating habits and better drinking, that's going to work.
I measured in at 170 today. I want to
Okay.
get down to 150.
Okay.
So that's a 20 pound thing.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So I mean, what I'm doing today is I'm just gonna watch, and I'm gonna try to limit my eating window. I'm gonna start eating at 12 o'clock, and then I'll finish at 6, and then put it to bed, and then I'm done with it.
There you go. Impressive.
So we'll see what happens. We'll check in next week, and then we'll see how we're doing. We'll keep each other informed and stuff.
100%. So the next time, to your point, yeah, because I've heard that, because I've been, trying to do more research now. I'm like, oh, like, are you supposed to weigh yourself at a certain time of day and stuff? They say whatever you do, it should be the same. You shouldn't weigh in or whatever on a Monday at 6 a.m. and then next week do a Thursday night at 8 o'clock. They say that's so consistency, which is also the feed of the things that you hope to do. So yeah, I'm going to try to cut back. So this is a big one. Mountain Dew, I'm doing maybe like once a week. And then hopefully I just wean myself off a lot. And then maybe eventually I'm like, I don't even need the once a week anymore. Maybe I could just completely remove it from my life. We'll see what happens.
Or if you do is you take get a big glass and then fill it up with ice cubes. And then,
right. And then, right, it tricks me. I'm like, oh, look at all this. And then I drink it all. I'm like, ooh, nice. You had a glass. You had a whatever. Yes. I think that's key. That's good, Hep.
So I'm going to the, I'm going to go to, me and Mrs. Hep are going to the beach thing on July 11th. Is it?
Yes. And another reminder, by the way, Hep, make sure you do this like after the show or something. It doesn't have to be immediate, but I'm covering you and Mrs. Hep in terms of the $25 fee each. So
Right.
just reach out to me, and then that'll remind me of whatever information I have to get from you to put you on a list.
Right.
So
I wasn't
let me
sure
know.
if there was if there was a list,
There is. There's some sort of magical list. So I was able to get a few comp tickets. 2, I'm donating, or whatever word you want to say, giving
Sure.
to you and Miss Hep, and then 2 I'm giving away for this month's raffle, and that's all the comp tickets I have. So yeah, there's some list I have to put you and Mrs. Hep on. So, but if I just see, hey, the ticket, I'm like, yes, and then I'll look up whatever I need and I'll communicate with you to get whatever that is needed for that. So I can't wait to see you for that.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, me too. Peace out.
Let's go. There he is, Hep. And no, I'm not going to hate Hep. I'm not going to put on a dartboard and go Hep, Hep, Hep. Maybe I will in the middle of hunger, right? Like when I get really hungry, maybe I will, but it's all in love. It's all in love. It's discipline. I think that's a big thing. I think discipline is key. And we'll see. Like right now, I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything today. But like, I love eggs. Maybe I could do some eggs and then mix in a walk in there. I have a water cooler like 6 feet away from me. So, making sure I wash out one of my reusable cups and get some water. Like there's a lot of healthy choices. So again, anyone out there in the audience that wants to jump on this train and try to lose some weight, feel free to do it. NY Jets fan, and Paul, what's your favorite dessert? So this is, I don't know if it's unique. I haven't polled America on this, but I actually don't like sweet treats. I don't like desserts often. Like, so pumpkin pie around the normal time people have pumpkin pie. I love a good pumpkin pie. That's delicious. But I don't have dessert, to be honest. I like Reese's chocolate peanut butter, but I don't have it in the house. Like I don't Halloween, the kids go trick or treating, I get a Reese's or something. I'll do that. But I don't eat sweet treats. That's not my bag, actually. My real guilty pleasure, I guess, although I'm very open about it, I don't hide it, is soda. Mountain Dew. I've explained it before. Like I love Mountain Dew. And I guess the other, again, it's guilty pleasure is like something you hide. I don't hide it. I'm very open. Potatoes. I love potatoes. I love every potato on the planet except for sweet potato. That sucks. But baked potato, russet potato, French fries, potato chips, boiled potatoes, fried potatoes, baked potatoes, really any potato outside of sweet potato, I will inhale. I just love the taste of potatoes. They're delicious, which is not great for you. Which is not great for you from what I hear. But again, everything is portion control. It's discipline, which again, I just got to crack the whip and get better on it. I think that's the key. So I got to get better with my portions. Because like I'm going to be honest, I'm terrible at portions. Like we just, I don't know how people are supposed to do it with measuring cups or something. I don't know. I guess I got to look that up to see how I'm supposed to operate with that kind of stuff. I'm unclear on that. But like, if my fiance just makes like I'm trying to think of something like bowls of stuff. Like here's a bunch of ground beef. Here's a bunch of mashed potatoes, like a deconstructed shepherd's pie or something. Like, and I just have a spoon and a plate. And I can put as much as I want on it. My brain and how much I should have or not have is not good. So like I got to do better at that for sure. So, but I appreciate that. Everyone, cheers. Mac says, I'm currently 195 pounds, goals 175. Awesome. That's great to see Mac out there. Beautiful. Okay. We heard Hep wants to get down to 150. Okay, cool. NY Jets fandom says 10 to 12,000 steps a day is great. Yeah, if I could go over the 10K, I will. I'll go to 50K. My brain has no concept of what 10,000 steps even is, but I'm just going to set it at least 10,000 steps every day, and that'll make sure I'm getting active and moving every day, no matter what. So let's see. Seeing a couple of your other weights Craig Mechanics, day one, here we go. I'm already grumpy. 282 officially to start. You got this, BG. Thank you. I appreciate that up there in the audience. Yep, I'm gonna try to just do the old classic. I want to make sure I say this and make it abundantly clear. However, you guys choose to lose weight in the audience is your journey. It's your adventure. It's your path. Everyone has a different path, so I don't care what you guys do. Some of you use the shots things out in the audience, and if you do, God bless. I don't judge. For me, I want to try to do it naturally. I just want to do it with discipline because I've never to be laying all the cards on the table here before we go back to the phone lines. I haven't tried since the knee surgery. I've done. I'm not like I'm not active at all. But I haven't said in my head, "Ooh, I want to lose this weight." Like I've said it when I've stepped to the scale. I'm like, "God, Jesus, I should really lose this weight," but I haven't done anything about it. So I want to do something about it. I want to make active choices. I want to drink more water. I want to do more activities. I am trying to lose weight. June 1st, today, the start of that journey. And I'll keep you guys posted on the journey as good things, bad things happen, but we'll see. Yeah. But appreciate everyone in the audience. Jared B says, Paul, do the show on a treadmill. Yeah, I'll try to. We were actually at the zoo the other day. I almost did that too. Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, says, Boy Green, you're looking good, brother. Yeah, my belly doesn't make it on the screen, but I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. Now, I've got, I'm 6 months pregnant right now. Yeah. But that's another thing. I need to make sure I do better. Wow, look at that. Ricky New York Live says he does 43,000 steps per day average at work each night. Good Lord. I don't know because I haven't really been trying to do the step thing, so I'm not sure. But yeah. There you go. That's amazing. Indy Jet says, Boy Green, I'm going to try to put on 15 more pounds for the challenge. Hey, again, the weight journey is your own. Some people need to add weight. Some people need to lose weight. Whatever your journey is your journey out there in the audience. I just hope we can all do this together. Big Islander fan says, I was 220 pounds 2 months ago. Now I'm 200. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. That's also good to know. NY Jets Phantom says 12K steps is roughly 5 miles. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Nice. Ricky New York Live says, BG, the majority of my diet is pizza and Coke, and I never gain weight. Portion is key. All right, cool. So maybe I could still keep eating some of the crap I love in my life. That's great to hear. Let's get a membership in, then we'll get back to the phone lines. I see we have a bunch of people weighing in. Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, is gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. There you go, Derek. That's what I'm freaking talking about, baby. Yes, sir. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's freaking go. That membership went to, let's take a peek ski. We'll get back to the phone lines here. I'm going to hit this refresh button here. Also, by the way, as I hit this refresh, we have 53 likes, over 100 people in the room. What the hell is going on, people? Come on now. Hit that like button on the video. That membership went to Aaron Poyer. Aaron Poyer. Actually, one more plug. And then I promise we'll get back to the phone lines here. Folks, our deadline is coming up for the Jets-Browns game. We're going to be hosting a tailgate extravaganza for the Jets-Browns game. That is Sunday, October 11th. Week 5, New York Jets versus the Cleveland Browns. That may surprise you. They're like, whoa, wait a second. Paul, why is the deadline months before? That's just how it works. That's how it works with the Jets. And I imagine a lot of NFL teams is they want that money ASAP. So our cutoff deadline is coming up on June 10th. If you want to go to our Jets-Browns game with us, here are the pertinent details of note. They're $300 a piece. That gets you a ticket in the 100s. We'll know exactly where that seat is shortly, somewhere in the next 2 weeks. So that gets you a ticket in the 100s to sit with Boy Green and the rest of the cool gang. That gets you a tailgate ticket. That's a food with Chef Kevin Gilbert. Before the game, the tailgate starts at 10 a.m. It ends around 12:30. And then kickoff is at 1 o'clock for the game to get over there. So it's $300 per person. If you guys want to go, you can bring just yourself. You can bring a wife, kids, anybody you want. Make sure you reach out to me. If you're just hearing about this and you want to go, reach out to my email. That is paulaesdenjr@gmail.com. PAULA, the letter ESDENJR@gmail.com. I'll throw it up here on the screen for people as well that are watching. That's my email. Hit that email up and say, Paul, I just heard about the Jets-Browns game. I want to go. Hit me up ASAP. Tickets are flying off the shelves, so make sure you guys do that. And a lot of people have already paid. Thank you to all the people that have paid. If you guys need until June 10th to collect your finances, feel free to take advantage of that time, of course. I sent up a lot of follow-up emails if I didn't hear from you when I initially reached out 2 weeks ago or so. So make sure you guys check your email, check your spam, or just search Paul Esden Jr. at gmail.com in your email to see if you missed an email from me. And get back to me as soon as possible. So let me know if you have any questions or anything, even questions about the process. Hey, Paul, here's my situation. I reach out and I can communicate with you and try to see if we could work something out. If the deadline is tough for you and you need a little more time or something, I could try to see what I could. I can't do that for everyone, of course, but I could try to help out as many people as I can. I want to try to help get as many people to the game as possible. So let's go. Perfect. All right, let's go to the phone lines here on the program. Appreciate everybody so far. Let's kick it off here with Johnny Boy, who did pay his tab eventually in 50-cent increments, which do the math on that. And then eventually he did pay the rest yesterday. So, Johnny Boy, appreciate your commitment.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that your phone was being blown up by Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy.
It was over and over again. I saw it come through 50 cents, and I'm like, this bastard. And then 50 more cents, and I'm like, wow, he has 49 other transactions to make here. And then eventually I saw the larger chunk, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So thank you for that, and my email thanks you as well.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was chuckling as I'm sending each and every one, and then each description says partial payment.
That's accurate.
Man. So June 1st cuts are happening.
Yes. Or about to happen, rather, So that's something that could take place here in a short matter of time. By the way, I want to make sure we get this in. There's two requests happening. First off, Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. My man. Appreciate you out there in the audience. He is the near leader in our pack. NC Green currently leads the pack with 5 raffle tickets so far this month. Our boy Derek is catching up to him. By the way, that membership went to, let me make sure I get this before I lose it here on the YouTube. That went to, we got Aaron Poyer. That was the first one. The second one went to Mizzo. Welcome, Mizzo. Appreciate you out there in the audience. Make sure you salute Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. And then another request is Lou B, Super Jets fan, says he'd like us to be reunited from our Pittsburgh adventures.
Lou B. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks.
All right. I cannot wait. The next 2 weeks in New York City is going to be amazing.
Game 1 Wednesday. Beautiful.
It's so great for the economy, all the bar owners, restaurant owners. It is
100%.
incredible. Right. So I know so many people getting their venues ready right now. So I'm just so excited for this, for New York City. I will be at all 3 games, God willing,
Oh, baby.
So I'm real excited. But today I'm calling about weight loss.
Okay, please.
Okay. I want to say this, guys. So about 2 years ago, I mentioned this. I'm one of the smartest guys I know, who's an attorney. He was at a dinner with the new appointed CEO of Rite Aid. And he was telling me a story, and I was like, I can't believe how much weight you lost. You look incredible. And he was like, hey, my friend works at a pharmacy. Meanwhile, he was a CEO, didn't just work in a pharmacy. And he tells me that Ozempic is just not as good as theirs. There is a Rolls Royce drug out there. It's called Mounjaro. And I want to show everybody what Mounjaro looks like.
Okay, sure. Okay.
This is what Mounjaro is, right? Mounjaro is this box, and you once a week, which mine is due actually today. So you get this, you unlock it, you put this to your leg, your arm, you press the button. Now this is a miracle drug, because what it does, it's not just losing weight. It's your numbers, your cholesterol, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, all the different numbers that kill you, basically. This helps adjust it. And it also adjusts your weight number. you will lose significant amount of weight. Now, the downsides, you lose muscle mass, but you're supposed to have protein, because if you're not eating less protein, less food. But I have probably over 100 of my family and friend member, people that I love and care about, my father. So I would not be saying this to you guys to just like,
Right.
I promise you, this is something you should speak to your doctor with. I have a cardiologist. He's been in my family since my grandparents.
Wow.
And he is legendary in
Mhm.
Queens as being a huge cardiologist. He has most of his patients on Mounjaro. And in 1 year, my numbers went, I mean, I'm down 50 pounds.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've tried every diet in the world. I've been going to the gym since I'm 15 years old.
I can't believe it.
This isn't cheating. This is adjusting your life, because what happens is when you start to lose the weight, and I was telling a Boy Green Coffee member who called me yesterday to talk about it. I won't say who it is, but
yeah, right.
It also makes you want to do more steps because you're getting results, right? So it really will change your life. Drink green juices, fiber, all the different things that you adjust that you should be doing anyway. But it's very hard when you're on a diet. You know, BG, I've been trying to tell you about this.
Yes.
Go to your doctor, they take a blood test, and you hopefully get insured. This box costs $499 a month if you have no insurance. Now, that sounds like a bad deal, but you save an incredible amount of money on food. That's the truth.
That's probably true. Right.
Oh, it's definitely true.
I put the fork down. Yeah.
It's $25 a month. So most insurances cover it.
Manageable. Okay.
$25 a month is worth it because you will eat 25% of the food that you ate in the past. So I am not hungry today. After my first shot, I went to sleep not hungry. I woke up not hungry. You eat to maintain. And I'm a big eater. I come from a big Italian family. I have over 100 Italian restaurants in my family. Trust me, I can eat. I know how to eat for free also. So this, I promise you guys, just look into it. You guys can say, oh, no, it has 9 side effects. Being obese has 290 side effects that get you closer to death. This is something I've really looked into. Like I said, I've been on it for 2 years. I'm going to do my shot today. Boom, click. Don't see the needle. They just, you press it here, you hold it down, you wait till it clicks, and your life changes. I promise you, it's something to speak to your doctor about.
Let me ask you, Lou B, do you have to do this for the rest of your life?
You don't have to. So I came off of it. So my vision started getting blurry, and I was like, wait, oh my God, I'm losing my vision. But it has to do with how much sugar I ate the day before. So you can get like a diabetic type of result. I'm not diabetic, but this also can prevent you from diabetes, which is one of the worst. You know, when you hear the word diabetes, unless you really know what it does to someone, it is bad. I have a friend who is just surgeries. His skin isn't even attached to his bones inside. I mean, diabetes is a terrible, terrible thing.
Jesus.
So whatever you can do for the quality of life to try to, stay here longer, it's important. There is ways to do it. This is science. This is also made by Lilly, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know, make Viagra, right?
Sure.
Not some small.
Not that I need it, but it's good for people that do. Sure.
Lilly is not. This is a Lilly company. This is not just some small drug. It's not like a vaccine. Anyone who thinks it's not a vaccine, it's been around for a very long time. It's a diabetic drug, and they just adjusted it to be Mounjaro. If anyone has any questions, BG, you give my number to Hep, by the way. You give my phone number, my email, anything, my Instagram. I'll tell you everything that I know. But I promise you it's life-changing, and it could literally, everyone in this chat could live longer. We could gain years of life by doing Mounjaro.
So that could guarantee we see more Jets Super Bowl wins.
This is why I take it. Right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
With that in mind, the side effects that I got, my stomach hurt me really bad 2 times in 2 years. My vision got blurry once, and then I realized it was me. I went off of it for 2-3 weeks, got back on it. You do not have to stay on it for life.
Okay.
But when I did come off of it, my appetite started to become normal again, and I saw some weight gain because you just eat more.
Yeah.
But it also teaches you to eat less. Like you don't like food as much. To describe what it feels like, it's like after you're really satisfied with something, you don't want more of it, that you feel really satisfied. So guys, I'm just saying, look into it. Manjaro. Lilly makes 2 brands, Zepbound and Manjaro. Forget Ozempic. A lot of people have issues with Ozempic face, all this stuff. They say Ozempic face because you start to lose weight, right? So like you get that skin if you're really heavy.
Yeah.
Ways to adjust that too. It's really good. I'm sorry I'm preaching it so much, but I would really want everyone to look into it with your doctor, because in 1 week you will say you will never ever feel something like this. In 1 week, your life will be different in 1 week.
Wow.
Any questions, just call me. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm just telling you my advice. I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying speak to your doctor. I love everyone here. I want everyone to be good, and call me anytime. Johnny Boy, I told you to go on it too. BG, I told you to go on it too. My brothers. I know Johnny Boy may not because you had a little surgeries and things, jiggies. I get that, but maybe we're going to get on you on one day. BG, you guys have a good day.
Hey, Luby, before you go, there is Craig Mechanics, and so many others have shared these messages to me privately and publicly. Craig Mechanics says, Luby, what a great interview with Jets Worldwide. That was on Friday night for people who missed it, 7:30. You guys, just like this show, everything is on demand on YouTube, so you can immediately go watch it whenever you'd like. Still watching it, but love it so far. You're a great
3.5 hours I was on with Snowball and Johnny Boy.
Unbelievable.
It went by that fast.
I've not seen the full thing yet. It's clearly
3.5 hours. So anyone wants, please go watch Johnny Boy. You'll see a little bit inside of my craziness and what I do and what I try to do for this community all the time. And we have a lot of stuff coming up, right? We have the tailgate. Before that is July 11th at the Beach Club that I'm planning. I hope everyone comes. Like I said, you don't have to stay in Atlantic City. You can come for the day. It starts at 12. It ends at 6. You can head out whenever you want. Just don't drink and drive. That's all I ask. Everyone has to be safe. That's going to be a great thing. And then we have Boy Green's tailgate. I'm also part of this big Tennessee plan up with Jake.
I'll be there, baby. Let's go. Johnny Boy will be there too. Tennessee. Yes.
Barstool on Saturday, the day before, I'm doing with Jake. And then we have so many people coming that it is crazy. We are taking over the 110 section. I know you guys are with me. So that's it. That's what's going on.
Appreciate you, Luby. You're the best, brother.
Hey, Lou, hold on. Don't get off yet. Don't get off yet. There's a question for both of you guys because I'm about to get off. With the June 1st cuts happening, I wanted to ask both of you guys. So this is perfect that I got you guys on. What position groups are you wanting them to go ahead and look into? Is it the special teams? Is it the linebackers? Is it the safeties? Is it whichever one you guys are thinking? For me, I would love them to explore another kicker.
Yes,
and,
sure, definitely.
And probably I would love to explore another linebacker. So, but with that, I'm going to let you guys do your stuff. I got to get to school. So you guys be
kicker, linebacker, center. Kicker, linebacker, center. We do not have a good center. Kyle even said it before. Tippmann doesn't snap that good. Myers definitely doesn't snap that good. I've watched that guy. I've watched with these 2 eyes that don't fail me.
I bet you wish they were blurry when you were watching.
Yeah,
Josh
that was
Myers.
the one time I couldn't. Myers looked like a good center that one day. I'm telling you, Myers cannot snap that fucking ball. It comes out wobbly, and that's the last shit that we need.
Yes,
for Gino. We're already going to be on top of Gino's ass. So we need the guy who he's on top of to make it come out straight. You know what I mean? So kicker, linebacker, center. BG, have a great day.
Thanks, Loopy. And I'm with you. Those are the positions I would have said. Place kicker, Young Wei Koo, people have some varying opinions. Brandon Tierney made me laugh. We'll have to make sure we clip out that part of the show. Brandon Tierney's take on Young Wei Koo is one of the funniest thing I've ever seen of how much he hates that guy, apparently. Freaking phenomenal. So, yes, I'd like more kicker competition. I'd like more linebacker depth because, to me, this linebacker situation, and then we'll get back to the phone lines, reminds me of, so in 2023, the Jets traded for Aaron Rodgers. And they said, hey, Zach Wilson, the coaches have told him to go read a book. All right, we're going to go this quarterback thing. They get Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson's a backup. And they say, hey, buddy, here's the plan, Zach. Okay, learn from this Aaron Rodgers guy. And you're not going to see the field this year, okay? Great. 4 plays later, Rodgers' Achilles explodes. They're like, yeah, I know we told you we weren't going to play this year, but you're now the starting quarterback. Go figure it out. So let's bring this to linebacker. They're telling, hey, Sherwood, you're not the Mike anymore. That's Demario Davis. We want you to not think about just play. Don't think about it anymore. Just be Jamie Sherwood. All right, buddy? Oh, Demario Davis got hurt. Hey, Jamie, forget everything we just said. You're back to Mike linebacker. Like, I hate that we're one move away from the thing that you didn't want to happen, right? So, like Zach Wilson, they said, don't play this year. I'm just kidding. You're the starting quarterback for the whole season. What? We have this linebacker thing. Demario, you're the guy. Jamie, you can't be the guy. Just kidding. Jamie, injury? You're the guy again. Like, I don't want to be one move away from that happening, if that makes any sense. That's just me. We have 500 plus people in the room. The room continues to grow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the show this morning. This is great. Boy Green Daily here to kick off the month of June. Jet fans, we should all be fired up. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's not the word I wanted. It's like exciting. It's electric. I can't wait. I'm so ready for the season. This is going to be great. Let's go back to the phone lines here. YouTube.com/@BoyGreen25. Call into the show. That's a pinned comment. We go to Derek, the Kansas Jet fans on the show, baby. Welcome back, brother.
BG. Hey, what's up, brother, man?
Hey,
I hope you and the rest of the audience is having a wonderful day.
Yeah,
I just want to echo the sentiments of the great Lou B. Legit, like, I don't know a lot of Jets fans here in Kansas, but Lou B and Johnny Boy are like, those are some of the nicest humans I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my first point today, I think that Jets fans are, like, in general, some of the nicest. All the communities embrace me so much. Like, I don't know if you make it to week 1 in Nashville, but
I'm going to be there.
Make it to the Browns. Yeah. I love, like, how nice and I think positive the whole fan base is. But I think there's a lot of reason to be optimistic about this upcoming season. Outside of safety and linebacker, like, I think the Jets have, I might get killed for this in chat, but a top 10 to 12 roster. Like, I think we have a playoff caliber roster. Like, because I know Jake was getting kind of crushed on, saying week 1 against the Titans is a must win. But I didn't disagree with that at all. I think it is too, especially against your former head coach. I know it's on the road because if you put the Jets and the Titans roster side by side, I think the Jets are better. And
I do too.
Nick Faria was on Jake's show, and he said that he thinks it's a make or break year for Braylon Allen. And I would kind of agree. I love what Darren Muji has done for this team. Like as I said, I was on your show like a couple weeks Sundays ago. Like, I'm only 34, but I feel like that this Jets roster has a lot of potential. Muji is showing a lot of good signs. Even all the free agents like Kingsley Enagbari, David Onyemata. I think Onyemata on the defensive front. I'm intrigued to see if, since Aaron Glenn's calling plays this year, if we actually stick with the 3-4 defense. But I feel like our roster's more built for like a 4-3 with Demario Davis, and I think the veteran leadership at safety and linebacker and Davis and Mika is going to really help like solidify. Because like you look at the last 5 games of the year last year. We became the only team in NFL history to lose 5 straight games by 23 or more points. I think that I know. And the only team in NFL history to not have a single interception in a season. Like, I know these stats are daunting, but I love the Jets, and I don't want to give up on AG. But AG, like, this is your prove it year. In terms of my optimism, I love that we have 3 first-round draft picks for next year. But I want to get your insight, Boy Green. How do you think that the Jets fare this next season?
Yeah, so I saw that clip from Jake on his social media of like, when you look at the roster, it's not that bad. It's really this pressure on the coaching staff to get the most out of it. I agree. I think the offensive line is very solid. It's at least average. Like, I think it's at least 16th in the league, but it has potential for much
Membu and
higher,
Olu.
obviously. 100%. You just said exactly what I was going to say. The ceiling potential of those two, and Tippmann as another young guy on that line.
Pillar
Dylan Parham's
tackles.
young, but like I he just
Worth a
got here,
shot.
so he needs to figure out whatever he's going to be. But yeah, so I think the ceiling of the offensive line has a chance to be really good. I think Garrett Wilson's one of the best receivers in football. He just needs his shot to give those numbers. He's been unable to due to crappy quarterback play. So I think that's going to bump it. Then we just start going through the. I've never said, "Wow, Jets offense, too many weapons." Oh my God, we have too many people to play.
Yeah,
like
that
Brees
article
Hall,
was-
Garrett Wilson, Kenyon Sadiq, and Mason. Right, the days of Greg Salas and Clyde Gates, and for the love of God, like David Nelson. These names are just pouring out of me now, which is depressing. Like that group is no more. Like, we have depth. We have a lot of talented guys. Gino, I think, is going to be a massive upgrade. Now, what's a massive upgrade over Justin Fields? Over there, and speaking of Kansas Jets fan over there,
TBD.
TBD. But he's definitely going to be better. But how much better? We're all going to find out. Defense, I love all the veterans. You have David Onyemata on the defensive line. You have Demario Davis at the heartbeat of the defense. You have Minka Fitzpatrick on the back end. I love that we have a leader on each level of the defense. It's going to he's going to ring the bell, regardless of how much they play. Like, Demario's going to play a lot. Minka's going to play a lot. David, I imagine, plays a lot, but it's a deep defensive tackle room. So, but his leadership will be very important. So, no, I think this roster is better than people give it credit for. And to be honest, it's on AG calling the defense. How's that going to go? Frank Reich calling the offense. I'm excited. I believe this team, and I know it's crazy, and Green Bean Island's a little lonely over there, but I think this team can go to the playoffs. I think they can win 9 games. I think they can win 10 games. They need to show it, of course. They need to prove it on the football field. But I'm fired up for this season. I'm excited. I will say, obviously, of course, we're all excited for 3 first-round picks in 2027. Wow, that's pretty cool. Like, but I'm excited for now. I will be excited for that later. That's cool. I love the draft. The draft's cool. But
it's going to be a good head coaching search in the offseason too, brother, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm most excited about. And I love that I was at the bar with my friends here in Kansas. And I'm just surrounded by Chiefs friends. And when we selected Omar Cooper, I didn't know that we traded ahead of the Bills to get him when we took him 30th. And we get the 5th-year option. So I'm like, okay, so because the heavy debate was like Arvell Reese or, Dave Bailey, prior to the draft. But I really love that the staff that Aaron Glenn's built this year, like Tanner Engstrand, we can kind of put it all on him, but that was a dirty hit on Braylon Allen that cut him out for the rest of. He went too low. I don't like the Bills, man. Sean McDermott, I don't know. I digress, but that was because I like Isaiah Davis as the 3rd running back too. Honestly, I've been to a couple Nebraska games, and I love watching Emmett Johnson. I was like, I can't believe the Chiefs got him in the 3rd round. He's the leading rusher in the Big Ten. So I was kind of surprised. That tells me that the Jets doctors know what's going on with Braylon Allen, since I do hope he comes back healthy. But to your point earlier about our offensive line, I think with Olu Fashanu and Membu on the right side, Myers is kind of iffy on the center, but I like Parham. He wasn't rated great, but Morgan Moses was on the better side of early ages of 30. So I feel like if we get a little bit younger, I trust Tippmann, Membu, and Olu. And I was talking to one of my Chiefs friends, and he's like, which line would you rather have? And he was like, Jawan Taylor for the right tackle, who I think had the most flags in the NFL last year for holding calls, which is tough. So I was like, I really think our offensive line stacks up. I'd put him in the top 5. And I know I'm generally a pretty optimistic guy, but I think that if Brees Hall's targets, since we don't have Nathaniel Hackett, who didn't know that he could catch a pass till week 8, and I think if we get his targets up, and I'm excited to see a healthy Mason Taylor with Kenyon Sadiq.
Yes.
So, do you think that this Jets offense has the potential to be one of the best we've seen in quite some time, my friend?
Yes. That's also not saying much because our offense have been terrible, but yes, I do believe so. Our best offense we've had in the last 15 years was 2015. We had Chris Ivory, we had Eric Decker, we had Brandon Marshall. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick's year, which I'm very mixed about. I got to see my priest about that one. I go back and forth on that, but that was a really magical year for a lot of different reasons. So yes, I think the Jets have a chance to be I'm going to be moderately conservative and say, can they be 20th? And 20th to every NFL fan base, like, wow, that sucks. You don't know what sucks, buddy, unless you've been a Jets fan, because we've been 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So to jump from bottom 5 to potentially, it's still below average because 16, math, 32
points per game in yards in the last
100%.
decade, the worst since 1970. I think Jake has.
Like that's disgusting. So like, I want to get in that 20 range.
Yeah,
oh my God, is that the bat signal? Up. All right. Up. Something just happened. His Kevin Mawai jersey. The batteries on his headphones died. If the batteries on his headphone died, and it sounded like it was like I think we'll have to circle back to you. So Derek, the batteries, like, it sounded like on his headphone died. But good Lord, like, what a abrupt, abrasive alert to let you know your headphones just died. The hell was breaking loose. So we'll circle back to you, Kansas. Macho Talk Sports setting in a 5-month super chat shout out. Let's get this here on the program. Wow. Macho Talk Sports, Boy Green Special Club member. Appreciate you, pal. If you had to put money on it, who emerges as the number 2 passing target? So Garrett Wilson's obviously number 1. Breece Hall? Like, because, like, Omar's a rookie, so it's hard to know what to get from him. Adonai Mitchell, like, I hope he's really good, but I don't know. Mason Taylor, who knows? Kenyon Sadiq, rookie, who knows? Yeah, Breece Hall, probably. I mean, he has a 76 reception season. So I don't know if you're just talking about, like, literal targets or receptions or what have you, but if I had to bet an amount of money that was meaningful to me, I'd put it on Breece Hall. I would. And hopefully the offensive coordinators use him in that way. That would be good for business too, I would imagine. That would be good for business too. Let's keep rolling here on the phone lines. Whoa, Thunder Beast.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo está, amigo?
CSC. I see the Jake Asman Show shirt. Very nice.
Hey, question. How was New Hampshire?
Oh, beautiful. It was a little rainy on the back end of the week, but I can't complain. Good food. Oh, the food is spectacular in New Hampshire. It was lovely. Went out to some parks.
Except for the crappy weather. That's the only the bad part. But what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the life of it. Is there a rumor going around that another Bears guy's coming up here? Am I hearing this correctly?
I don't know if he's gonna come up, but I'm just trying to fan some flames here. That if I couldn't acquire you, Beast, the next best guy, like Garrett Bradbury.
I can't do like I used to anymore because of more back pain and not good on the knees.
Oh, I see. But you would have been a great addition to the team.
I'm kind of like Road Warrior Animal in a big way because he had the same problem like I have.
Yeah.
Lower back pain, bad knees. He was a big dude, but it was just we're all getting to the points where sometimes you're just going to have to take it easy because if you don't, you're going to end up like a vegetable.
Do you have the Road Warrior shoulder pads with the spikes?
I have 3 battle jackets that I have spikes on. Grand total for that is $660.
Cool. Where is it, you said?
I have 3 of them. I have them hanging up in here in my studios.
Oh, cool.
And game one, rematch 99.
That's right. Wednesday, game 1. Yep.
You know what this means? Get the branding iron up because one team's gonna get their ass branded.
Okay. What's your prediction?
Terry Funk way.
Ooh, Terry Funk. There you go. Good shout out.
You remember the great Terry Funk? Like, howdy, partners, pull out that 45, pull out that 22, and aim them right at your TV set because World Championship Wrestling at Turner Broadcasting is gonna blow you away.
Yeah, damn straight.
I remember that guy. I remember Terry, but Terry passed away. I'm gonna miss that guy.
Too bad. Yeah, me too.
77 years old. Boy, was he a tough son of a bitch.
That's a good life, 77. That's not bad.
Terry Funk, when I seen him at One Night Stand in New York,
okay,
he was 61 years old and he did a moonsault on top of a ladder against Edge and Foley, and I said, "Damn, Terry Funk has to be the craziest son of a bitch I've ever saw." I mean, you got to admit, he did go up against the likes of the great Harley Race, the great Gene Kiniski, even Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. Oh my God. It's like Terry Funk was just his own boss. He just didn't want to back down from a fight.
Yeah.
He did not want to get in Terry's way. Terry was the kind of guy, you're looking for a fight, partner. You're going to look for one. And especially him against Raven. Do you remember the first ECW pay-per-view? Barely Legal.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
From Philadelphia. That was one of the, probably, I have to admit, was one of the craziest moments in professional wrestling. Right before the feed went out, Terry Funk won over Raven, and no one ever thought it could have happened at 53 years old. Terry Funk, world heavyweight champion again. It was people were crying. I mean, wow. I mean, even Joey Styles, Jesus. I mean, Terry Funk, the man that he even said, if you needed wrestling, you go to Terry Funk. Terry Funk was an example. He brought it with him. I mean, he showed the guys. I mean, when Eastern Championship Wrestling was already getting off the ground, he was turning things around. He brought the guys in like, okay, example, Shane Douglas, former two-time tag team champion with Ricky Steamboat.
Sure.
Also, former UWF World Heavyweight TV champion. He didn't want the Intercontinental belt. What was it? I think it was Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner went and called it the Intergender Championship. Yeah. I went on the ground laughing because Scott Steiner said, he's like, why do you have Goldust and you can have Mark Merrill wrestle each other for the Intergender Championship? I went, Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. Wow.
Hey, Scott Steiner was his own boss back then because the Steiners, after they left the WWF, because we didn't know what the WWF was back in, because what was it? Yeah. I think it was 93, 94.
Yeah.
It was because even Paul Heyman was like, wrestling fall on its ass back in 93. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. No. WCW was doing different stuff. WWF was doing cartoonish stuff. And what was ECW doing? They're bringing in stars. Like, for example, they brought Jimmy Snuka in. They brought in, oh my God, I can't think of the guy there from Hawaii. Don Morocco. They brought him in.
Ah, yeah.
Morocco. Oh, was he a man's man? That Don Morocco was a man's man, and he was. He's not the kind of guy you don't want to. He'll be cool with you. You get on his bad side, he's gonna kick your ass. And just like we're gonna do to the Spurs' first game, we're gonna kick their ass all over the place. We're gonna thrash. We're gonna bash. We're gonna slash. We're gonna fry. We're gonna slide, and we're gonna tongue tie them and bust their brains in half and leave them right all over the goddamn pavement. We're gonna drag them all over the place like it looks like a demolition derby. Expect the unexpected. There will be some consequences from '99 that they thought they can get away with. Remember these words: payback's a bitch. And then some.
Wow. Good stuff there from the Beast. Yeah, game 1 of the NBA Finals coming up on Wednesday. Excellent. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe here. Oh, wait. There's a question coming in. Let's go back to Beast here. Beast, we got a super chat question coming in from Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Wow.
You to the little girl. That's your daughter, right?
That's my daughter, Zariah Luna.
She's a funny one.
Thank you. Yeah, she very much is.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's
How
great.
old is she
now? She is 4. She's 4. She turns 5 later this year.
Get ready preschool or kindergarten.
Preschool. That comes up in September.
There you go. That's how I started when I was a kid. Hey, you start from the bottom, you work your way up, and then you're gonna find some some ups and downs, tops and turns.
Sure.
That's how life is meant to be. But we'll see what happens first, because remember,
yeah,
the chessboard. Always think first. If you don't know how to play your cards right, you're gonna get your ass chewed out. So we'll see how many games we win this year.
That's a question for audio only listeners that didn't see the super chat.
But we'll see first, because remember, we don't know how this team's gonna go first, because it may look good on pen and paper, but you got to look at it in reality. Remember that. Pen and paper's fine. That's for sketch and maybe anime and and art. But you look at it on the field, where you're gonna put it, how you're gonna design it, how you're gonna example it.
Yeah, much to be determined. Yeah, Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, by the way, for the audio-only listeners, how many games do the Jets win next season, Beastie? That was his question to you. Yeah,
I know. I'm pointing. I'm getting some points here. There's facts, and then there's fiction.
Okay.
Fiction. Well, we're gonna determine who's gonna be here, and facts. We may look at a possible maybe 11, because if my calculations are correct,
all right.
If this team looks like they can do the job, and we'll see how far it goes first. Because always remember, don't put the cart before the horse. You know why? You'll get kicked in the ass, and you'll be asking for more. Just remember that. Play your cards right. Because like I said, if you don't have a good hand in a game of poker, you better get off the table, or you're gonna lose a couple bucks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
You played poker in your heyday, haven't you?
I do. I'm a huge Texas Hold'em guy. I love poker.
I see. So I see. If you have a crappy hand, done.
There's a potential bluff situation, depending on who you're playing with at the table. Can you bluff them? Can you pretend that you have something greater than you have? You can always get somebody sometime.
I've had my fun and run with those in those days, but unfortunately, I gotta watch it now because everything nowadays has gone. You know what this means? Yeah. Everything's gone up lately. Yeah, everything. Food, plants, taxes, everything. Yes. But just another way to get it up the ass, That's the grand scheme of things nowadays. See, everything it's messed up nowadays because look at how society has turned. Society has turned cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Like we've all gone to school and ate a bunch of bags of Cocoa Puffs. And I love Cocoa Puffs. Don't get me wrong. I love my Cocoa Puffs, but the way that people are today, boy, they've gone completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah,
you don't eat Cocoa Puffs, do you?
I used to when I was a kid. I ate Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms. My favorite is Peanut Butter Captain Crunch.
How about Silly Rabbit? Tricks are for kids.
Tricks, sure, yeah. Tricks was on
Tricks are for kids.
Yeah.
Hey, what you see is what you get, brother. But one of these days, man, if we ever do meet, you better put a grill out there. I'll put gloves on if I have to, but here are the rules why we put the gloves on. You don't want to burn your fingers, because if you do, you're gonna do like one of these. I have a little burn right here, but that's okay. That's all right, because you know what? You learn something. It's called put a little Vaseline on it or mustard. Take the pain right away.
Hey, but Beast, we'll see you for the Week 5 tailgate, October 11th.
Let's see where the money goes first. But if not, maybe next year. But let's see what happens first. Just remember, play your cards right, or if you don't have a good hand, off the table.
Off the table. Appreciate you, Beast. Appreciate you. Wow. Yeah, great stuff there from Beast. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Thank you, Derek the Kansas Jet fan, for that super chat question and for another membership being gifted. You're tied with NC Green for our leaderboard. 5 apiece. Derek the Kansas Jets fan has just tied NC Green with 5 raffle tickets for our brand new contest, which again comes with some exclusive gifts, which are going to be magical. So appreciate that. That membership, by the way, went to JoJo Townsell, who's out there in the audience. Shout out to you, JoJo Townsell, now a member once again to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate that. Thank you, Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. Excellent. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's my buddy who will be joining me mañana, New York Jets content creator extraordinaire, Ricky New York Live, as my co-host. I'll tell you, Ricky, because I haven't told you this before, that one of the reasons I haven't made you a co-host or invited you before is not due to any lack of anything. You've got way more hair than me. You have a fellow kinship for rock and roll, which I love. But with your intense, schedule that I've heard about, only, stories at the bar about your work, I'm like, when could Ricky possibly ever co-host with me? He's working all the gosh darn time. So the fact that it's even possible and you will be joining me for a full Boy Green Daily tomorrow is magically delicious. To give some beef cereal references, I mean that's great. I didn't even know it was going to be possible, so that's amazing.
Right on, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, work can be tough. I just did like 3 14-hour days in a row. And
Oh,
so,
dear God.
you know, I mean, I know 43,000 steps sounds like a lot, which it
Yeah.
is, but
Yeah.
I mean, I work 13, 14 hours a night and I never sit down for like a single second. Like when I eat lunch, I'm eating it walking around. Like
Yeah.
I'm always constantly on the move. But
So, by the way, I just want to say real quick, it's going to be a tremendous honor, and thank you for agreeing to do it. So, yes, so in case you guys missed it, Boy Green Daily, tomorrow morning, it's going to be Boy Green. It's going to be Ricky New York Live, tandeming up. We've done it before on the Ricky New York Live show, but now we're going to do it here. He just celebrated his birthday bash. I mean, it's been a hell of a month. And include some weeks in May and some weeks that are happening here in June for Ricky New York Live. That freaking fires me up. So, Ricky, I am so glad that we're going to get a chance to do this and talk some schedule, and the latest, whatever is happening with OTAs is going to be awesome. And by the way, look at this celebration here. Cisco Lopez just gifted a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. NC Green and Derek the Kansas Jet fan were battling for first place, and Cisco Lopez said, "Hold my beer, buddy." Here we go. He jumps in.
Who wanna fly with
Yeah, baby. By the way, the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club here from Cisco. Appreciate Cisco jumping in here. Went to Andrew Kennedy, Kevin Clark, W. Charles, Brian Glick, Amy Carcatera, perhaps. NY Jets is in here. Just Damien, Greg Genter, Kosa, Clap City. You guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, which is awesome. And that's great. So thank you, Cisco, for that. You're now number one in our contest. And we have a super chat question for you, Ricky. I don't even know what you called in for because we haven't even given you a chance to breathe yet. But let's get to this super chat question from NC Green. A pressing question here. Zariah Luna?
Wow.
Ricky, how in the hell do your knees handle 43,000 steps a day? Asks one NC Green. Ricky?
The knees are actually fine. My feet sometimes my feet are sore. Like I can feel it right now. Like I worked last night. I mean, I probably missed the first 20 minutes of the show because I was in transit on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, knees don't bother me. My feet sometimes. And Troy Sturgis said he doesn't know what I do for work, but he does not want that job. No, you really don't, Troy. You really don't. But I would give it to you if I could.
Yeah, I bet. So NC Green, there you go. It shouldn't surprise us. Ricky is a friggin' warrior, baby. But yes, Ricky, what is on your mind? I've taken over your call here. What's on your mind, sir?
First of all, as far as the number 2 in the passing game, if we're talking receptions, it'll probably be Brees. If we're talking yards, it'll be Mitchell.
Ooh, okay. What's your projection for Mitchell yards?
62 catches, 843 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Ooh, oh baby, 843 yards. If you could sign me up for something and say, hey, the season could go in a lot of different ways, but right now I could write it in stone that he has that amount of yards. I'd sign up for that right this very moment in time on June 1st.
So, yeah, over the next week, I'm going to be making a lot of predictions as far as yards and everything. And it's talk about your bold take. Some of them people are going to probably find it kind of over the top, but I have faith. I have faith, in this iteration of the Jets, and looking forward to getting into the schedule with you tomorrow. And yeah. I've actually done additional research from when I first did my thing, because I started looking at it and I was like, okay, I went over strengths and weaknesses and our opponents and this and that. But then I was like, but, wait, what if they drafted, one of these stud players that we were talking about? And which, thank you, NFC North. We don't have to Ohio State defenders that were the big names, because the Giants and Washington and Dallas took all those guys. All those guys went to the same division. Isn't that weird?
Crazy. Yeah, I never thought about that till you just said it. Wow.
Yeah, and but so I factored in, the draft picks. I went each of our opponents and looked at their draft picks to see, like, do they have a first rounder that could be an impact right away, and kind of factored that into my predictions as well. Which, like we play Chicago,
right.
Nashawn Wright led the league with turnovers last year. Kevin Byard had the most interceptions of any safety. He's not there anymore, but he's in New England.
That's the problem.
So we do still face him. Yeah. In Chicago, he was replaced by Dylan Thieneman, who they drafted in the first round, who I really liked, but who is still a rookie. So
that's true. Yeah.
It may take him a couple of games to really get going. So, yeah, so that I feel good about our chances with a lot of these teams. And going and, as I was watching, film of our opponents, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, look, there's Enigbari, there's Amanyata, because the Falcons played that division with, the Lions and Vikings, and
of course, Packers. The NFC North. By the way, Hop on Pop agreed with your Adonai Mitchell take. He also had him over 800 yards, so we got some momentum heading in that direction. Yeah, so there you go. Hop on Pop. It was the other day. What was it? We were doing some segment where we were talking about target share. I can't remember how we got into it, but yeah, he had him 800 plus yards. I went, wow, okay. I'm like, that stunned me then. So it's I want it to happen, and I think he's really talented. I hope he has his opportunities. Gino, if you look at his history, I did an article on this maybe a month or two ago. Like, if you look at Geno Smith as a starting quarterback since 2022 when he came back, he has fed multiple receivers. In his first year in Seattle in 2022, I believe it was DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Maybe it was Lockett.
Yep.
However, there was 1,000 plus receiving yards. So he's been able to feed multiple players in an offense before, and that's not the only time he's done it. So, so maybe we shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and I hear a lot of people like, oh, Mitchell and the drops and stuff. He had a few drops in that first game, but I mean, he's fresh off a trade. It has to be the number one because Garrett's out while he's learning a new offense.
A lot on the mind.
And I mean, yeah, that was a tough situation. And with the worst quarterback play imaginable,
right.
A lot of those balls that are counted as drops weren't really the most catchable balls. A lot of late throws, late and behind. But if you look at him like the rest of the year, I think he had 3 the entire rest of the year after that first game. And his final year in college, he had 1 the entire season. So like, this isn't a guy that, is known for drops. So, and the other thing is, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Christian Gonzalez with the Patriots. He got open on those guys repeatedly. We just didn't have a quarterback that could get him the ball. And when a guy's got that kind of speed and can create separation consistently and can get open on just about anybody, if we have just a semi-functional quarterback, which Geno will be, it stands to reason that a guy like that is going to produce. So, I've been banging that AD Mitchell, drum pretty hard, and some people buy in, but a lot of people push back. But, even, the fact that we could have got 2 1s for Sauce, and that would have been a great trade, but they insisted on AD Mitchell. They've talked him up ever since he got here. And even right after the draft happened, when they were talking to Muji and they were asking him about Sadiq and Cooper and all these weapons we got. And unprompted, he went, and we still have AD Mitchell. And we're really excited about that player. And it's like, you know, he's telling you, you just got to listen. And I'm forward to seeing what he does, you know, not versus teams number 1 corner like last year, what he does against their number 2 and number 3 corners with good quarterback play. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that was my topic for today was AD Mitchell and his big year that is incoming. It's on the way. It is on the way. So, dude, look forward to talking to you tomorrow morning, and yeah, that's gonna be a good time. Thank you so much for having me, and tomorrow's gonna be a busy one. You know, I got the show with you in the morning, and then at 8:00, me and Matt O'Leary are going to be giving our predictions for the year, and
awesome.
then Saturday at 8 p.m., me and Green Bean.
Wow, what a lineup! Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're going to be given some projections as well, and why we think this year is going to be different for the Jets, and so. Hey man, I'm building a house on Green Bean Island. I'm all in. I believe, dude. I'm definitely believing, and so yeah, man. Looking forward to it. But I will see you tomorrow, bright and early, and you know. Fortunately, tomorrow I won't be coming off a night of work.
Okay,
so
nice.
I'll be well rested and ready to go.
Can't wait. That's going to be awesome. Ricky New York Live. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel right now. He will be my co-host, my first ever co-host show with Ricky New York Live. We'll be talking about the schedule and doing a deep dive on it. That'll be a lot of fun. And any other OTA nuggets or anything that comes up, that's going to be amazing. And look at this. This is so exciting. Look at all these people that have said, I'm not going to wait for a membership to be gifted to me. I'm going to punch my own ticket in. Let's highlight 2 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. First off, at NY for Life. Hit it. NYJ for life. You have punched your own ticket to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Thank you for joining our community of Jet fans. It's great to have you. There's a lot of great perks to being a part of this group, including early access to new interviews. So again, there may be some big guests joining us here in NYJ for life. One of your perks is going to get those interviews early before the general public, and you've got a new loyalty badge right next to your name. Welcome to the Army, baby. NYJ for life. You're now a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Welcome to the community, my friend. And you're not alone, brother. We have another new member that has joined to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Joseph Casaretto. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Casaretto? Potentially. Joseph, if I butcher that, let me know in the comment section. I'm a real stickler for name pronunciation. But Joseph, thank you for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club. Not waiting for someone else to gift it to you. You gifted it to yourself. Joseph, welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. Our YouTube membership group here on the channel. We have 600 people in the room. Good Lord have mercy. Shout out to the 600 that are watching on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to youtube.com/boygreen25 if you're just joining us here on the show. I will put it in, and let me update it actually right now. I will do it right here live on the show, so it's also available for the people that are rewatching this show later. I will add it to the YouTube description down below my article on heavy.com about this very subject matter. So read more here. You guys can. I dropped a full column on why the Jets should strike a trade with the Chicago Bears for Garrett Bradbury, a veteran center that would add some competition to the room. I just added that here on YouTube. So if you're watching the show after the fact or live, in the YouTube description down below is an article explaining my thoughts in great detail. If you're just joining us and missed the show, you guys can always rewatch the show earlier while I do a deep dive in the Garrett Bradbury topic. But appreciate you out there in the audience. So thank you. But welcome Joseph and NYJ for life, both joining the Boy Green Coffee Club. Let's go. By the way, I just want to before we go to the phone lines and everybody else, I saw this guy in here earlier. Hopefully he's still in here in the chat. Harvey Bouchard Jr. Here, if you're still in the chat, my friend, make sure you check your email. I've reached out to you about Jets Browns tickets. I know you showed some interest, so make sure you check your email out there. And also, let me give a shout out to Brian Farrell. Not sure if you're out there in the audience, but Brian, the email you gave on the Excel sheet, which is in the YouTube description down below to show your interest in the Jets Browns game, you put your email in wrong. There must have been a typo or something because the email did not deliver. So, Brian, trying to reach out to you to lock in your tickets for Jets Browns. Make sure you reach out to me on email, paulasdenjr@gmail.com. That'll probably be the easiest. Email me and give me some more details. Shout out, by the way, to Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, who says, guys, I have to run. I'm going to hang out with my lady. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hey, enjoy your time with your lady, my friend. And thank you for all the love here on the channel today. I really appreciate it, Derek. So shout out to Derek, who joined us earlier on the show. All right, let me answer some more of your questions and comments in the chat here. We're approaching 2 hours. We've got 600 people in the room. Again, I'll reestablish the take for some of the people that are just joining us here on the show. I think a weakness on the Jets roster is at center. I think Josh Myers is not great on his own. And if he gets hurt, I don't know what the Jets' plan is. I assume it's Joe Tippmann kicking in from right guard to center, and then you figure out something at right guard where you have more depth. And Nez Cooper, for instance, is somebody drafted out of Miami who has exclusively played right guard in college. Maybe that's a plug-and-play situation. You get your rookie out there on the field, but he's a sixth-round draft choice. Maybe you flip some others around and you figure it out that way. That could be possible. You have some more depth at guard than you certainly do at center. Does Xavier Newman plug in at guard or what have you? So that's a TBD conversation, I suppose. But what I would like is you bring in a body, in my case, Garrett Bradbury, who the Bears traded for earlier this offseason, days after Drew Dahlman, their Pro Bowl center, retired, surprisingly. And the Bears were, sort of scrambling a little bit. They trade for Garrett Bradbury from the Patriots. Then they ended up drafting Logan Jones in the second round. Now, second rounders start all the time. And sometimes, and most of the time, pretty immediately. So if Garrett Bradbury's on the bench and he wants an opportunity somewhere else, maybe we could strike while the iron's hot here, especially post June 1, where some cap flexibility increases both for the team of the Chicago Bears, who have Garrett Bradbury, to potentially move him. That could be another opportunity out there in the audience. So something of intrigue, I think. So I'd be interested. The Bears gave him a 5th-round pick to get him for the Patriots. I'm sure they want at least that back. I'm not sure if the Jets will have to have the conversation in their building whether they're willing to pay that price for a guy who's competing at center. You don't want to light picks on fire. So that's a conversation to have. But I just think it's something I'd like, because whoever wins that battle, Josh Myers versus Garrett Bradbury, in my case, I'm fine with another center of quality that's out there in the audience. Maybe there's a name we're not even talking about, but you bring in one of those guys and add him to the mix. Whoever wins the starting job, great. We have a winner, a starting center, and then the loser, quote unquote, is the backup just in case an injury happens. Boop, boop. You just switch one player out instead of switching out multiple players like Joe Tippmann from right guard to center and then someone at right guard and playing musical chairs. I don't want to do that. I'd rather you have one guy to step in that has experience playing the position. That's what I prefer. That's sort of the take for the 600 people. If there's new people joining us on YouTube or Twitter, or wherever. If you are on YouTube, you guys can read my article in the YouTube description down below. That has details on the contract and the June 1 rules and all that stuff. I can't rehash the entire show. You guys can rewatch it down there in the YouTube, or you guys can rewatch it on YouTube. Another membership, good Lord, from Derek, the Kansas Jets fan. Oh, yeah, baby. Here we bleep and go. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, has been lighting it up here on the show, and now he is separated from NC Green again. Now jumping in front of NC Green here on the channel. By the way, this membership went to from Derek. Let's highlight this, and I'll re-highlight our gifts this month. I'm glad that you guys are resonating. That membership went to B40 Brian. You're now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out here to Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, who continues to climb up the leaderboard here, which is terrific. Love it. You love to see it. Derek, you are now in sole possession of second place. Terrific. You now have 6 raffle tickets to our contest. So thank you, Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. Let's go. Hell yeah. You have 6 raffle tickets, so that's sole possession of second place at this point. Cisco jumped in front of both of you here with a 10-pack, which we really appreciate from our guy Cisco a little earlier in the show. Thank you kindly. And then all the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club that just hit that join button, you guys have a raffle ticket to the contest. And in case you guys missed it, here it is. Let me throw it up on the screen here before we take any more phone calls or anything else. It is this prize pack we're giving away for this month's raffle. To be eligible for the raffle, by the way, you just got to spend $3 on the channel. You can join the Boy Green Coffee Club. You can super chat, super sticker, gift channel memberships to your neighbor. I'm giving away a pair of tickets, you and a friend, to the Gang Green Beach Club. That's a Saturday, July 11th event at Atlantic City. HQ2 Beach Club. I'll throw the details back up here on the screen at the Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets are normally $25 a pop, which if you want to buy a ticket, go to ganggreenbeachclub.com and buy yourself a ticket. The event starts at noon. Doors close at 6. Wear green and white. You're going to be with a bunch of, it's basically a beach party. So wear your Jets gear in pride, no jeans. And have a good time with beat reporters and your favorite content creators. We're going to do apparently a sand football game, which will be fun, and a lot of jazz. It's going to be wonderful. So I hope you guys can join. If you guys want to buy your own ticket, feel free, ganggreenbeachclub.com. But I'm giving away 2 tickets to you and a friend that you guys can enjoy and go to that event and meet me and hang out with Hep and everybody else that's going to be there. It's going to be a wonderful time. So we're giving away in this month's raffle a pair of tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club. We're giving away 2 exclusive items I got because I was at the draft this year in Pittsburgh, which was amazing. There is a beautiful New York Jets 2026 NFL Draft canvas. I got this gift from the New York Jets. Only 11 people maximum got this gift, and maybe less. I don't know if everyone got this gift, but I know I got it for sitting in the pit. It's a beautiful canvas, has a Jets logo painted on it. It's got NFL official football with the draft logo on it and New York Jets written on it. I got it at the draft. It's a very cool canvas. Again, I wanted to get it autographed by David Bailey, who we got to meet, but there's no autographs allowed, unfortunately, so we couldn't sneak it in. That would have been the first thing he autographed after becoming a member officially of the New York Jets. So not autographed, but still really cool. A beautiful canvas. And you'll also get a NFL draft rally towel, and it says in bold letters on it, the pick is in. These are rally towels you got if you were at the draft in the pit, which is cool. And we got to wave them above our heads when the Jets were making picks in the first round, which was cool. So you get a rally towel live from the draft. You get a canvas from the draft that you can hang up. It's a beautiful canvas. Again, I wanted to keep it, but I also wanted to give back to the community out there, and hopefully you guys get a chance to win these really cool items from Pittsburgh and 2 tickets to Gang Green Beach Club where you'll get to meet me, hang out, and enjoy. If you guys win this prize pack, and let's say you live in Austria, for instance, and you can't go to the event, you can I could help you go to our audience to give away those tickets to somebody if you want. If you got friends in the audience, you're like, "Ooh, I want to give this to 2 friends I know who are in Jersey." That's fine too. Whoever you want, you could do whatever you want with the tickets, but I can work with you to make sure we get those in the proper hands. So we got Gang Green Beach Club tickets. We got exclusive items from the draft. It's super cool. This is one of the coolest item giveaways we've done with stuff that you just can't find anywhere else, which I find pretty neat. Out there in the audience. So I think that's going to be pretty friggin' cool. And David Aaron says, that's great. Yeah, the items are super cool. I hope you guys enjoy it. These are items I got from the draft that I was going to keep as a memento, keepsake from the draft. But I think people out there should get to experience it as well. Not everyone will ever get a chance to go to a draft. So to get 2 items from the Jets, from the draft, being there in the pit, and the experience of what could be a historic draft that's very meaningful to the Jets for a long time is a really cool opportunity. So shout out to you guys. Good luck. Again, we're giving that away on July 1st. So all you have to do to be eligible is gift $3 at some point randomly here in the month of June. So, folks, if you just have 1 raffle ticket, you have a chance. Here's just an example, right? Austrian gifted he had over 100 raffle tickets this past month, in the month of May. And some of you may go, oh boy, clearly Austrian's winning. It's up to the random gods. I don't pick who wins, and he didn't win. More, if I spun that wheel 10 times, he'd probably win 9 of the 10, but he didn't win it this time. It went to NC Green, so you never know what could happen. That's why I always recommend out there, if you see a package of items that you like, the prizes, always make a bid. $3 or more if you want a better odds to at least have a chance to win it. If you have a ticket, you have a chance to win it. That's all I'll say to all those. out there in the audience. Well, I'll tell you guys this. We are going to be back live in an hour and a half. I'm back here, of course, in Oswego. I'm going to be live at 11 o'clock for the Man-Child Show with Boy Green Digital, which, by the way, let me take a peek over what the Man-Child Show is at. We're also trying to reach a subscriber count there on the show as well. So let me see. Hang on tight. Let me take a peek ski. What are we at here? We are 73 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. So if you guys can do me a favor, I'm going to do this on, I'll do this here. Well, actually, I'll put it everywhere that it is. Okay, so I just put it in the chat. Subscribe here. This is the MC Show digital channel that I'm also a part of. I do live shows multiple days a week. You guys can see that on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you have never subscribed, it's youtube.com/@MC Show Digital. As youtube.com/@MC Show Digital. It's another show that I do content for, including Jets content. We have Jake Asman on every single week, talking the latest things with New York Jets. You have an exclusive interview over there, plus Jets talk with the live shows too. So guys, help support another venture I'm doing. That's youtube.com/@MC Show Digital. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. And for those who don't know, when you reach 1,000 subscribers, you reach the full level of monetization, which allows you to do a lot more and make more money from it, which makes it even more viable to the YouTube overlord. So we're just 73 subscribers away. We're getting close to 1,000, and we're close to our 1-year anniversary. We started the channel with our first live show in July, so we're a month away from our 1-year anniversary. It'd be pretty cool to get to 1,000 subscribers. If you can, tell a friend, share the message out for this YouTube channel right here. And I'd appreciate it for any help that you guys can do. I just dropped the link there on YouTube, which should make it easy for you guys to click and jump right over. If you'd like to show your love, feel free to do that out there in the audience. Again, I can't believe 73 subscribers away from 1,000. That's pretty friggin' cool. All right, everybody, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here on the show. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. We had a ton of gifting happening here on the show, and I want to highlight it again. Austrian gifted a membership. T-Town Jet gifted a membership. Derek the Kansas Jet fan sent in a super chat. NC Green sent in 5 memberships. Derek the Kansas Jet fan gifted a membership. He gifted another membership. Bacho Talk Sports is a Boy Green Espresso Club member for 5 months. Appreciate you. Derek the Kansas Jets fan with a $2 super chat. Another membership. Cisco with 10 memberships. NC Green with a $2 super chat. NYJ for Life became a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Joseph Caserato became a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, and another membership was gifted from our friend, the Derek, the Kansas Jet fan baby. Let's go, Derek. Thank you for making this so special. Shout out to you and your lady. Hopefully you guys are having a great time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the show. Congratulations to NC Green once again for winning our prize pack, which were these prizes: Garrett Wilson Funko Pop, New York Jets polo, and a New York Jets sideline hat. NC Green, make sure, because I'm sure I'll be running around, and I'm on my weight loss challenge. I weighed in at 212.8 pounds this morning. I'm about to go for a walk before I have my live show at 11 o'clock. And I got more work to do, so I'm going to be doing that here shortly. So before I forget, NC Green, make sure you reach out to me with all your pertinent shipping information, your full name, shipping info, all that jazz. Email that, text it, pigeon carrier, whatever. I know you have all my contact info. So NC Green, make sure you reach out, and I will try to ship that out today, tomorrow, or at some point here early in the week, and I'll find a box and make sure I get all that to you. So make sure you guys let me know. So salute to NC Green. Congratulations. Thank you to the 600. If you are watching the show, whether it's the MC Show digital channel, which I would appreciate, as we're chasing 1,000 on this channel, we're chasing 10,000 freaking subscribers, man. And we're getting closer and closer every day. So youtube.com/@boygreen25. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And